I don't know if it was a surprise, but it was pleasant in the way that there was an immediate trust. You cannot have kindness, you cannot have open-mindedness, you cannot have the room to maybe missay something in the process of learning without kindness. And I think our cast immediately started to trust each other, like very quickly. And Chuck provides that environment where we're gonna go there together. We're gonna hold each other up, and we're gonna go there together, and we're gonna find those things together. And the more you do that, the more it helps you succeed. So you get more confident going into the next part of that. And so that journey, when you trust, you know, Chuck once said to me at the beginning of Mike and Molly, which I was terrified to do, he said, look, I'm not gonna make you carry the water up the hill by yourself. I'm gonna surround you with a family that's gonna help you go get the water. And he's done it again.
Yeah, yeah. I also think that the other thing that I loved about this show as I watched it was that for us growing up in this country, we have always been pounded with a certain standard of what is beautiful to us or what the country feels is beautiful. And I love this man who pursues this woman who is very different than the women that you would see on the Dove commercial or you have seen on everything. What is it like playing that woman that could, you know, because I can go all the way back and remember Julia and remember watching Julia and saying, whoa, that woman, Julia, she's really cool, which was a groundbreaking series here in America. What is it like being that woman, maybe perhaps on the comedy side?
I didn't know I was playing that woman.
You are. You are. It's a very important role.
Honestly, I didn't know. My approach has been just to focus on the work and portraying Abishola as authentically as possible. Mm-hmm. I wish I could talk more about that. I swear I didn't think about that.
No?
I didn't think about that, but I think it's great. I would have loved to see that growing up. Mm-hmm. A representation of myself, someone like me, same culture, same features. I think it's beautiful. I've always thought it was beautiful. I always wanted to see more of that. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad Chuck decided to do that. Hashtag thank you, Chuck Lorre.
Yeah. And
Can I say something?
Yeah.
This has been one of the great joys of our job. Yeah. We get to watch these remarkable people work every day. You know, and Folake there's not a dishonest bone in her body. She can't give an untrue performance. Not capable. Yeah. And you know, it's remarkable when you see it up close. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, we're in good hands here. Yeah. It's really something to feel, and you know, it happens very rarely, but boy, it's happening here.
Yeah, it is. I agree. I agree with you. Gina, how many stories did you come with? Because I mean, you have thousands.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of stories in there.
How many did you come with? I mean, you know.
I just sat in a room and I just talked and talked and talked for hours. And
Gina talks a lot.
Yeah.
Does she?
But you know, that's. I mean, you were asking what surprised me. I tell you what really surprised me is the fact that these guys were forward-thinking enough and self-aware enough to go, you know what? We want to make this show about Nigerians, but we're white guys. We need someone to help us from the culture. And, you know, there's a lot of very arrogant people in the past that have not done that. They've just gone, no, we can write for these people, it's fine. And that's why you got these horrible one-dimensional tropes and stereotypes of people that have pervaded the TV and movies for years. So that was a beautiful thing where these guys go, you know, Chuck doesn't have to do that. He's a very powerful guy. He's made some great shows. He could have just gone, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to write this. I'm a great writer. I can do this. And the fact that he just went, no, let's do it. And I did make some demands. I don't know if you remember some of these conversations. When I first met the guys, I was like, all right, if we're making this show about Nigerians, the lead actress has to be Nigerian. She has to be. Do you remember that conversation? I remember saying it, and I was like, she's going to be nice. And yeah, so I did.
Now, Gina, she came in and she's so fucking funny and she's so genuine and she's so smart and funny and, Chuck after we met her.
Well, she spent a couple of days knocking around ideas because she was going to be a consultant.
Yeah.
She was going to come in. She flew over from England to spend a couple of days with us and just talk us through what she thought we could be doing. And we just, after a couple of days, we just went, well, let's see if she'll stay with us. Don't leave. I know you got a career as a stand-up. Can you just work like Orange County? Because they'll love you there. And then we talked about the getting in front of the camera as well. And this is where she's really brilliant. I said, now you understand that the lead role for this is going to go through a whole casting process with Warner Brothers and CBS, and it's a very difficult, arduous thing. And she went, I don't want to play the lead. I want to play her funny best friend. I went, oh, you're brilliant.
But as a stand-up, that's always been my dream, to be the wacky next-door neighbour or the best friend in someone else's sitcom. So when we were writing it, I was like, I think Abishola needs a confidant. Don't you think she needs a friend?
Al, when can you see that you know something has worked? Like when you guys are sitting down together, when do you know, like you're sitting there, you're like, ruh-roh, or are you like, hey, we got it, we did it? What is the day?
It's a first spell. It's when Chuck says, it's right.
But truthfully, you're wrong. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
We're wrong. 30%, 40% of the time you go to the stage and you go, whoa. And we're rewriting constantly.
You said this just the other day in the room, and he said, we're just fucking making this up as we go along. And it's true, that's what writing a sitcom is. You're
making it up, and then you think it's going to work, and then you go to a rehearsal, and that's the great thing about the process of a 4-camera show is you have rehearsals. Where in the movie world, you just go and it gets shot. In this world, we get rehearsals, and we get to see it, and we get to go, okay, that doesn't work, that does, that's too long, that needs to be trimmed, that should go over here. This scene is a disaster. We should be ashamed of ourselves. And we get to work on it, and the actors, God bless them, are very patient and allow us to develop the material. And hopefully we gain their trust that way because if there's a run-through and then something isn't working, they hopefully go home knowing that it's going to be different tomorrow. We're not going to put the square peg in the round hole. We're going to try and make it better.
And one of the great things about Chuck is he is unbending about whether it's good or bad. It's never personal. It's either good or it's not. And one thing he taught me was we're not moving the cameras until it's right. So if we move the cameras, you got it right. And the other thing is, if it's not funny or if it's not heartfelt, he'll let you know. Just direct business. And when it's great, he laughs. And when he laughs, there's a good chance you're probably going to be able to buy a house.